You don't know what you have until you lose it. But sometimes when you lose it, you learn something that you didn't know before. At least that was my experience when it comes to my injury. I was a super active person the last few years especially. I was going to the gym 6 times a week. I was on a push-pull legs program, which is basically when you work out your pushing movements on the first day. So triceps, chest, shoulders. Then your pulling movements on the second day, like biceps, lats, or back. And then on the third day, you would do legs. And I was doing that 6 times a week, so I was feeling really good. And I did that for a long time. Until about 6 months ago, I think it was like back in October, I believe, I had something called sciatica, which is basically when it can happen when you have a herniated disc, but my disc in my case wasn't herniated. It was just pressure on the sciatic nerve, and then that causes this shooting pain down from your lower back all the way down to your knee, like about your knee or your lower thigh. And it was one of the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life, by far and away. It was honestly the only struggle that I've ever had physically. Obviously, you know, we all have like ups and downs when it comes to our physical health. We all get sick from time to time, but this thing was different. It was my first real struggle. I've never been injured as far as like breaking any bones or breaking a leg or anything like that, but it was my first time going through an injury like that. I don't even know if this is really called an injury. I don't know what they categorize sciatica, but it was the worst thing that I've ever been through, and I'm still going through it. It's a lot better now, but I'm still going through it. It put me off the gym for about 6-7 months, and I'm just now being able to get back into it slowly, obviously. Like, I'm not able to bench press the same way that I used to be able to. I'm probably never going to be able to squat again. I'm definitely not going to deadlift again. And it was pretty heartbreaking in the beginning when it first happened. I actually thought I wasn't going to be able to work out for like about 2-3 years. So it's pretty good progress, the fact that I'm able to work out now 6 months after. But it was one of the most debilitating things that have ever happened to me in my life, and it made me feel like shit, especially those first 3 weeks. I'm one of those people that puts a lot of emphasis or priority on the gym, and as much as this has changed ever since my injury, before my injury, I used to put a lot of my self-worth on my physique, my body, me going to the gym. That used to be a very important thing about my life. And I was very happy that that was important to me, because it's a really good habit, you know, going to the gym, looking good. Like, who wouldn't be happy doing that, right? If you look good and are doing something that's good for you, then, you know, everything should be going well, right? At least I thought. What my injury helped me realize is that I was masking the real problem, which I was dealing with a year ago when I was going to the gym consistently. And that real problem was loneliness. Loneliness and a lot of insecurities that I didn't want to deal with, or that I didn't want people to know about. I would go to the gym, number one, because I liked it, obviously. But number two, I wanted to, and this is subconscious, it's not something that I was doing on purpose, to mask the problem. I wanted to, you know, sink it deep down and kind of like replace it with my happy feelings of going to the gym and working out. Because after I would leave the gym, I felt really good, which is what I mentioned in the last video. I love working out because it feels really good. I would feel really good after the workout, and then it would make me feel like I was being productive. I just felt better overall. And physically, you do feel better. There's scientific studies that prove that you do feel happier after working out, and that's 100% true. But I was working out so much that plus my full-time job plus other things that I was working on didn't give me the time, or didn't allow me to kind of like sit down and just analyze, why am I feeling the way I feel when I go to bed sometimes unhappy? Why do I feel this weight on me sometimes? Why do I feel like there's something missing when I wake up in the morning? but then it goes away momentarily after our workout. I never really had time to think about that, or at least I didn't give myself time to think about that until after my injury. After my injury, I spent the first 3 weeks really sad, but then I kind of got over it after 3 weeks and, decided that it's probably not going to get better until like 2 years, so I decided to do something about it. I decided to, first of all, get help. I went to this doctor that doesn't fall under my healthcare plan, which means that I had to pay out of pocket. So I had to pay about $7,000. Yep, $7,000 out of pocket just to get my leg fixed, just to get my sciatica fixed. And that really hurt. That was another blow that I took. I took 2 that month. The leg and then the $6,000 that I had to pay out of pocket. Because I had just been saving up so I could go part-time at my job so I could then focus on making these videos. After I got help, I decided that since I couldn't go to the gym anymore, that I might as well think what the next step was going to be. Because I had made this YouTube channel initially so that I could post workout videos, so that I could make workout videos educating other people about the gym, and kind of like, I just like filming at the gym. I was having a lot of fun. I would go 1 a.m. just so I could film at the gym and then post my gym videos. So that was the whole point of this channel. But then I lost that when I had the injury because I couldn't work out anymore. I was losing my gains. My channel couldn't be about that anymore because I knew that even when I did get back into the gym, it was probably going to be months later or a year later. And even then, it was going to take me a while to get back to the weight that I was lifting back then. So that really put me down for a little bit. But then I thought, maybe I have to do something about this. And maybe it was meant to happen. Maybe this happened for a reason. Maybe this was giving me an opportunity to find the growth and maybe pivot into another area of life, another path that I'm supposed to take. And that's what I did. And now I have a new path in happiness, educating people on how to be happy and find happiness the way that I found happiness and improve their mental health overall, which fills me with joy way more than working out or the gym ever did, to be honest. What I found during these months was that there was so many things that I wasn't dealing with, which I mentioned before, my insecurities, my loneliness, and I was able to deal with them. I was able to finally sit down and take the time and analyze and understand why I was feeling that way and how to fix it. I gave myself a new purpose, an actual strong purpose that I fully agreed with, that I was, content with. If the rest of my life happened to be the way I'm living each and every day now, if that's how the rest of my life panned out, even if I didn't get the success that I set long term as a goal, I would still be happy. I would die happy tomorrow. I have everything I really need, which is my mind. I got my family. I got the connection that I want. I have my beautiful girlfriend. So I would die happy tomorrow. And I was able to learn that through taking that time after I wasn't able to hit the gym and realizing the truth behind why I was working out so much. I was working out because I liked it, but then another thing is that whenever I missed a workout, I felt this kind of like emptiness in my heart. I felt a little like the day wasn't complete, and then I would just tell myself like, well, it's because I like going to the gym, and without getting my pump, I just don't feel as good. But nowadays, I do a 4-day split, upper lower, where I work out 4 days a week, and I feel way happier and way better. I'm not saying I'm stronger. I'm definitely building up to where I was, but when I do, or when I don't go to the gym on the days that I'm off, like Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, those are usually the days when I don't hit the gym, I feel just as good as the days when I do hit the gym. Because I found my calling. I know what I'm meant to do, what I want to do. And fitness is a part of that still, but it doesn't define me. It's not my identity. It's not who I am deep down. It's not everything. And I used to put way too much emphasis on that. And if I didn't look the way that I wanted, if I wasn't lifting the weight that I was supposed to be lifting by that point, then again, it would affect my self-worth or my mood for the day. And that wasn't right. Now I'm happy regardless of whether or not I'm lifting 225 or 315. I don't much care. I mean, I do like it. Like, I'm striving to bench more and build my way back up, but I'm not putting my image, or I guess my level of worth on the gym, on my physique. It's on my mind now, my mindset, my level of happiness. That's what truly, truly matters. And I'm not one of those people saying like, oh, what's on the inside is all that matters. No, I mean, what's on the outside definitely matters. Your physical health matters. And you should strive to make your physical health or the outside be a representation of what's on the inside. You should strive to do that. But it all starts with the mind, not the other way around. You don't start by working out and then improving your mental health. You start by improving your mental health, and then the habits will follow. Then the rest will follow. At least that's the way it should be. It's not the way I was doing it before. I was doing it the other way around, but then after my injury, I was able to realize how I should have been doing it. So that's what I learned after going through sciatica for about 6 months. I'm still in the process of healing, and I'm going to all my appointments, and hopefully I get through this, what seemed like a nightmare at first, but now kind of seems like a blessing that I went through that. Thanks to that, I found my true calling. I found what I really wanted to do. So I wouldn't want it any other way. That's another lesson in and of itself. Embrace whatever happens with grace, because you can control a lot of things in your life. But like I've said before, your mindset is one of the few things that you can control. All right? Hopefully this video helped. If it did, let me know down below. Anyways, that's about it. Hope you guys have a good day.